beware of these coaches. You probably found that there are plenty of manifestation coaches here on YouTube, and some actually do more harm than they do good. And in this video, we're talking about what you need to pay attention of in order to really manifest your desires. So make sure to watch the entire video. Maybe you saw coaches that say, okay, my method is the only one that works. My method is the one and other methods don't work. You will have coaches like, I have the systematic approach you will hear nowhere else. I know how it works and I have manifested plenty of it, and all of the other coaches are actually talking bullshit. I have seen videos like that. And yes, they do have their success stories, and also of course the people they attract have success stories. Well, it's the law of assumption, right? So if they have the assumption that technique works for me, the universe will prove them right. And that's the technique that works for them. And then they also, of course, manifest an audience that the same technique is good for. Their audience also will report, okay, that technique is not working for me, because law of assumption. So you always manifest something that matches your assumptions. Now, before I talk more about this video's topic, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Janine, and I have been coaching people on their soul journeys since 2005, so I'm very experienced when it comes to coaching. I am a licensed life coach, Ho'oponopono coach, hypnotherapist, and astrologer. Also, I am a psychic medium, and I am someone who has specialized in guiding people together in their soul's journey. It is my mission to give everyone the love that they deserve. So if you're interested in that, check out my other material, and also of course you can reach out for personal coaching. But now let's get back to the video. So if coach A has the assumption that technique B is not working, well then technique B is not working for them, nor will it work for the people they attract. Then there is coach B who says like, I have the best one and that is not working, and they of course attract the people that will tell the same because that technique works for them. But the thing is, it is never the technique that manifests. It is your assumptions. And I was talking to a client and I said something, I had already planned on making this video, but I said something that was like, imagine how unfair it would be if only one technique is like the golden technique. Some people like Neville Goddard used visualization. So of course, many people who follow Neville Goddard, like myself, they think visualization is the key. Well, I don't think that, because visualization is not the key for me. But Neville Goddard, he was an actor. Of course, it was very easy for him to, let's say, pretend or to step into the energy of already having it. For him, it was so easy to imagine being that person, for example, when he was in war, who is already home. It's like acting, you know, you take on a role, you feel into it. That is what he was trained for. He did that. So that was very natural for him. Maybe it's not natural for you, and that is okay. Some people are blind. They cannot visualize. Maybe they were born blind. They don't have any images at all. I myself, for example, when I started meditating, I had very clear visual, but the more I meditated, the less it became. And now when I want to visualize something, for example, you know, I would visualize an image like this. I would see, let's say, myself somewhat sharp, and everything else very, very blurry. So I'm not the best at visualization with images. What I'm very good is imagining, for example, conversations or words or people's voices. That comes very natural to me. So that is, of course, the tool that I would most likely use. Then there's people who need very much structure. They're not very creative. So affirmations, you know, like a clear affirmation, like this is your affirmation. Repeat that many times. I don't believe in that many times because I don't believe in rules, because how would a coach know how many times you need to reprogram your subconscious mind? So that's another thing to really be aware of, because the further you're out away from your desire, the more repetition you need. Also, the better you stick to your mental diet, the less effort it is. So there is no fixed number. So please, that's another thing. Don't trust coaches who say it is exactly 10,000 repetitions. For some people it's less, for other people it's more. It really depends on other factors. But for some people, affirmations is the perfect technique. It's not for me because I easily get bored, and I sometimes do affirm. I sometimes affirm, but I'm not the person, and I've tried to sit down and manifest for hours the same affirmation. It did not work for me. But it did not work for me. I'm not telling you it doesn't work, because it does work. There is so many success stories out there for people where it worked. Some people are more creative and they're amazing with coming up with scenes, either visual or it could be, like the telephone technique or the whispering methods. By the way, I do have an entire playlist with different techniques to manifest where you will find the perfect fit for you. Those techniques that are more auditory are perfect for them, or like the congratulations technique. So please don't ever trust any coach who is going to tell you this is the method. It's the method that works for them. Amazing. It's the method that works for many people they attract. Good. Does it have to work for you? No. Pick the technique that feels more natural to you and that gives you some kind of fun. For example, I like manifesting with my songs, and before I created my channel, Janine, Nicole Manifest with Music, I had the idea of, how about creating my affirmations in songs, because that would not be as boring as repeating affirmations, especially if it's music I like. So for me it would be rock or metal, or like dark pop like Lana Del Rey. I like that too, but my go-to is metal and rock. So I created texts for myself to get me into the state of the wish fulfilled, because it is either beautiful descriptions of I already have what I desire, or it is like literally a scripted text that I turned into a song that is like one scene specifically played out. And that worked fantastic to reprogram my mind. And then I decided to do it for other people as well. So what is fun for you? What feels good for you? Don't pressure yourself, okay? Don't listen to those coaches that tell you there is only one specific technique. Even Neville. Again, for Neville, imagining was so easy. Visualizing, it was natural to him. If it's not natural to you, don't pressure yourself. Don't be like, but Neville said, I do have to imagine a scene. I have to have it very vivid and repeat it. Now, before we continue, it is important that you please like, subscribe, share this video and leave a comment. What have you learned that is new? All of that will of course help me grow my channel, and it will help you as well, because then I see what kind of videos you like and I can generate more of it. It is important that you check out my other playlists, for example, my top secret tips to manifest playlist. Those are some tips you won't hear anywhere else. So if you're stuck in your manifestation journey, make sure to find maybe that one tip that helps you to push you forward to your manifestation goal. Also, of course, make sure to check out my other manifestation playlist. And if you're still robotically affirming, boo, boring, make sure to go to my other channel. Link is in the description box below. Janine Nicole Manifest with Music. Because I decided that it is time to make manifesting fun again. So I generated many songs that you will find sorted into different playlists for different genres or topics, where you can make your own playlist to listen to those songs daily. Those are songs that are fun. Those are affirmation songs and other songs that will get you into the state of the wish fulfilled in order to manifest your desire with fun and ease. I will see you there, but now let's get back to the video. Don't believe coaches who tell you feeling is the secret. Yes, feeling will, like a catalyst, get it into your subconscious mind faster, because it's connected to emotion. The more emotion, the faster. But there's so many success stories of people who were robotically affirming. And what does robotically affirming mean? It means you just repeat that one affirmation with zero emotions, and they still have their success story. Because if you repeat something often enough, it becomes an assumption. And because in that moment you state your affirmation, like, I don't know, I am in a happy relationship with XYZ, in that moment for your subconscious mind you are, and your brain cannot differentiate between what is imagination, what is real. The same areas in your brain are like lit up, no matter if you really experience it. Just imagine it, or even just hear it might happen. So in that moment where you affirm, just in that brief moment, it is real for your subconscious mind. When you stop affirming, your dominant assumption is again activated. So you have to repeat it many times to replace a dominant assumption. That after a time, it is your truth permanently and not just in that moment while you affirm. So please check for success stories with different techniques, because you will find that people can absolutely manifest without emotion. Even Neville Goddard, I love Neville Goddard, when he says feeling is the secret, that was for him and for the people he attracted, he manifested. he manifested the people who were open for this. It was easy for them as well, or easier. Every coach manifests automatically those who somewhat are in line with them. And I talk to my client, and it can create some kind of pressure to believe, oh my God, I have to do it exactly as that coach says. Because that coach, it's proven they have their successes. Yes, but other coaches do as well. So what I'm trying to say is find what suits you best, what is fun for you. For example, I can't do SATs at night. Like SATs, never got it, state akin to sleep. I did like a seminar with a sleep doctor. I think he's here on YouTube, Dr. Zeus, the sleep doctor. What was his name? I don't know. And I did the test, and I'm a wolf, which means like an owl. I'm a night person. And wolves don't go to bed and they're gone right away. They have problems falling asleep. Not as much as dolphins, but they do. So when I go to bed, I'm usually awake for at least half an hour before I fall asleep. I can't do my sats for half an hour, and so it's not the right time for me. I like to do it during the day, typically like after lunch when I have some free time, and I like to sit down and get into a meditative state and do it during the day, because sometimes I work with state akin to sleep. It's when your brain is more like in the alpha or theta waves, and it is more easy to program. And then I like to listen to my songs, I like to listen to meditations, or just sometimes I even affirm then, or I do have like my scenes, which again are more like spoken words than less visuals, that I like to repeat then whatever technique I feel like in that moment, which also means I'm not fixed on one technique. For one subject I feel guided to do technique A, and for another one I feel more drawn to technique B. So it is inspired action. It's also vital that you listen to what feels right for you, because it's your world, it is your quantum bubble, you are the god of your reality. So please don't let any outside force tell you this is the right technique, it is the only technique, and if you can't do it, then too bad, then you can't manifest. That kind of pressure is absolutely negative. So please always use discernment. And if you find a coach who tells you technique X doesn't work, find another coach who talks about technique X and who has their successes. So it's vital to never believe any coach who tells you that their technique is the only one that works. It is not true. It is creating pressure, and of course, it can create pressure. You need to contact me, you need to book your coaching with me because I'm the only one who can help you. No, find a coach if you want coaching that speaks to you, that gives you the right tool. Me as a coach, for example, I would talk to you and I would try to find out which is the technique that is most natural to you. I would help you find what is most natural to you, what would be most successful for you individually. With me, you don't get like a fixed, this is it and you have to do it like that. If it doesn't work for you, your fault, then you're bad at manifesting. No, everybody can manifest. We do it automatically. It's just finding what works for you, and that I can help you with. Anyway, I hope it helped. If it did, I hopefully see you in the comments. I do see you in my other playlist about manifesting, my other channel, Janine, Nicole Manifest with Music, or in personal coaching. Until then, I wish you all the best now. Bye-bye.